Hello and welcome to my kitchen. Today we're going to do something yet again a little bit different. I've got a new mixer. Nothing here is sponsored or paid for. This is all my own stuff, a different hobby of mine. I love to cook, I love to bake, I love pizza, and I wore out my KitchenAid, so I upgraded to a KYS spiral mixer. This is the 7 Plus model. At the time I ordered this, it was the only model that they sold that took North American voltage, 120 volts. Everything else in the lineup that was currently for sale was 220, 50 volt, 50 hertz European specifications. They have just recently launched a whole new line of mixers, including a lot of North American compatible voltage models. So I have this one. I've enjoyed it. I've used it only a few times. I've had it just a couple weeks. But I thought I haven't seen any content on the KYS mixers on YouTube. So I thought I'd make something. And in particularly, what I wanted to know is how it would compare side by side with my KitchenAid. So this is probably a 15-year-old model. It is the Professional 5 Plus bowl lift. It came with the spiral hook here. I've been making pizza dough with this for a long time, and I wore out the gears in it. And I've since put new gears in it, and in the process realized it was not the right tool to make a lot of pizza dough. It'll make a couple pizzas just fine. It'll make cakes and cookies and brownie batter and all that all day long. But if you want to make a lot of dough, it really struggles. This KYS does not struggle at all. It is the machine for dough and for a lot of dough. So yeah, I'm going to make some dough, and we'll do that side by side so we can see the differences here. But I just wanted to, number one, put them side by side to demonstrate the physical size differences. And notice I'm here up at my cabinetry. So this 7 Plus will fit under the cabinet. It's got about 3 inches of room to spare there. And I will, let me turn them a little bit. It is heavier than the KitchenAid, but I think it is the lightest spiral mixer you can get. I think the spec is it's about 60 pounds. I have not weighed it yet. Almost all the other spiral mixers I came across are in the 80 to 100 pound range. And it is also, to my knowledge, the only sort of domestic, not humongous restaurant style model that has a belt drive. All the rest are chain drive. So that makes it much, much quieter. And pay attention when I'm running it. I will try to get the mic up there, and you can hear it does not make any clackety clack noises like the other mixers that you will see shown on YouTube. So here they are. I think I've got them both pointed straight into the camera. So the width, not really. If you take into account the base of the KitchenAid, the width is not much different. You can see the height there. They are almost identical in height. Let me see if I can get a good side shot. So that is side by side. It is definitely deeper than the KitchenAid, but yeah, it's a beast. So I'm going to, I've got my flour here. I'm going to weigh out ingredients, get that all staged up, and we will be back, and I will start making dough. Okay, and we're back, and my head is cut off, but you got a close-up view here. I have done a modification to this KYS already. I put a temperature stickers on the bowl so we can see the dough temperature in there. But I've got all my dry ingredients in both mixers. This is a recipe. It's just straight up Neapolitan recipe, nothing fancy, no sugar. Pizza flour, 00 pizza flour, yeast. I've got salt measured out back here, and I've got my ice cold water with some ice cubes in it. This is a batch that will make 4 250 gram dough balls. So this will make 1 kilogram, a 1 kilogram batch. And just for fun, I've doubled it in here. So this is a 2 kilogram batch of dough. This is a 1 kilogram batch of dough. So the flour and the yeast are in the bowls. And let's start, we'll start adding the rest of the stuff. But I will start with the KYS just because it is much more fun and so quiet. I'm gonna add a portion of the water first. And ice cubes just to get it going. Turn on the power switch on the back, close the safety guard, and it has, there's a reverse button here. It has an e-stop, which I love. It's an emergency stop. You push it, everything comes to a halt, you turn it, and the machine comes back to life. And then here's your infinitely variable speed control. So that's low there. I've noticed it makes a couple ticking noises the first revolution when you turn it on, and then it's quiet after that. So it's on and running. Let me lean the mic in here. What do you think? Isn't that just ridiculous? We'll turn it up a little bit there. It just crunched an ice cube. I'll just add the rest of the water. It's only a 65%, so we can do this all in one go. And then let me get the KitchenAid going. Same deal. Ice cubes in a glass and a cup. So that is running. And let me put this on. Well, I have to plug it in. Okay. So we will set the KitchenAid to speed 2. Now, isn't that ridiculous, the difference? Turn the KitchenAid off. Do you even hear the KYS? Okay, we will let these run for a bit, and I'll come back. So I thought I'd get a close-up shot of how these work. You know, this is your KitchenAid, and here's the KYS. And this has only been going for maybe a minute on each, spinning around in a circle. Kneading. We'll be back. Okay, so I've turned the KitchenAid off just so we can actually hear this thing. I've got it set at about its 200 RPM setting there. And look at that, it's making dough. So quiet. You can actually hear the dough slopping noises over the motor. It's crazy. And here, look at my little temperature readout stickers come around. Let me stop the machine. There. So you can see these are just, we're about 58 or 60 Fahrenheit there, I guess. I thought those would be useful. I had those laying around, these stickers laying around for computer room applications, and thought maybe they'd be handy to use on the bowl. So it looks like we are all incorporated here, and the KitchenAid has done the same. So I'm going to leave them for a 20 or 30 minute rest to hydrate, and then we will come back and finish them up. Okay, and we're back after about 25 minutes. Both doughs have had a chance to hydrate and somewhat autolyze, maybe a little bit. We're gonna give them a little bit more. I will start with the KYS. I've tried to move the camera to get a nice top-down shot here. I'll just put that on low-ish. And hit the KitchenAid. I'm going to back away so you can actually hear me talk, but I think this demonstrates pretty well the difference in the two mixing styles. The KitchenAid mostly just spins the dough in a circle and occasionally kneads it by smacking it against the side of the bowl. Here we're getting into one of those cycles where it's actually going to do some kneading. But the KYS, the whole time there, it's well and truly spinning up that dough. So I'm going to throw the salt in. You know what? This isn't worth my time. The KitchenAid is so annoying. Let's move this guy up here so we've got some more room. I'm just gonna put all this in the KYS. So that is now 3 kilograms of dough in there. This is a 7.5 liter bowl, which is like 8 quarts. The KitchenAid is 5 quarts. So this is bigger, but it's not double, but it will easily do a lot more. It is rated for 3 kilograms of flour at 60% hydration. I think like 4.8 kilograms total of dough, and I've got 3 kilograms in there right now. So let's give her a spin and let it finish up. I'll just put that on low, and I'm going to reposition the camera here, get you all very tight in. So the KYS has 3 kilograms of dough in it right now, and it is, listen to how quiet that is. I mean, here's my mic right here. What do you hear? Let me just turn it up. Turn it way up. So that is full speed right there. That is 450 RPM, I think, whatever they call full speed in this thing. And yeah, it's just whipping right along. It does not seem to care. My KitchenAid could never handle this much dough. It's getting a beautiful texture to it. My thermometer says we're 66 degrees, so I'll let it knead for a while. Let it come up toward 74. Okay, and we're back. I don't know if you've noticed, but there is a light inside the bowl. There is a LED light under here, and it looks pretty bluish on the phone camera, but in real life, it does not. So it's definitely messing with the white balance of everything, but it is super neat, useful to have a lighted bowl. And look at that, just do its business. Wow, so that didn't take long at all. My bowl temperature sensor says we are at 74 degrees, 76 now. Probe 75.2. So yeah, the sticker on the side definitely coincides with that. Look how glossy that looks. I have not put any oil in it. I'm going to give it a shot of olive oil now. Just a bit. We'll get her spinning. I don't want to put any more heat into it now, so we're just gonna let her go slow just to incorporate this oil. And then I will pull it out, ball it up, and show you what it looks like. Okay, we have incorporated all that oil, and I'm gonna shut her off. I'm gonna call this done. Let's see what we got here. Oh yeah. My hand is not oiled at all. It just comes right out. Look at that's some good looking dough. I'm gonna move everything here and get a board, ball it up. Okay, I've got my big dough board here. Let me get a little olive oil going there. A little on my hands. Pull this out. This is by far the biggest batch I've made in this thing. You do have to sort of unwind it from the spiral. This might be a good use case for the reverse function, but I mean, or maybe use my bench scraper, but I mean, that's pretty much clean. So let's see what we get here. Why does everybody do that? I don't know. It is satisfying. But a little bit more oil. And we will let that sit. I'll let it sit here for probably an hour. I'll do a couple stretch and folds, and then it will go in the fridge overnight, and tomorrow morning I will divide this up into 12 balls, since this is a triple batch. Now let's go back to the KYS. Let me move this back over, reposition, and we'll maybe demonstrate cleaning this guy. There's just oh, I missed a little bit. We'll sneak you in there. We'll demonstrate cleaning this. So I've got it here with me. I've got a damp microfiber towel and a dry microfiber towel. It's just damp with water, nothing else. But all I've ever had to do so far is just get in here and just give it a rub. You do have to kind of get underneath the breaker bar. And this would be quieter if I took my ring off. And you can turn the spiral by hand if you need to get to a different angle on it. But that's it. All the dough residue is gone. Switch to the dry one. And we are clean. That's it. All right, so that is my new KYS Pro Baker 7 Plus. I've been thoroughly impressed with it, and again, I just wanted to show everybody what it looks like and how it performs side by side with the gold standard, at least in North America, KitchenAid. KitchenAid is a fine machine. It's just it's not suitable for that much dough, not by any means. It'll do fine on smaller batches. It takes some time. It gets warm. It's not really meant for extended running. The KYS will do this all day long, and it will do that 3 kilograms of dough and more, all in one batch. So now I need to figure out what I'm going to do with 3 kilograms of dough. That's 12 pizzas worth right there. Thanks for watching.